What's going on, guys? Today I want to do a quick little video and talk about why learning and playing support actually improves your ability to play DPS and tank. So if you're like me or like most players in the player base, you probably gravitated towards one of the overwhelming number of options for DPS or maybe tank. And shout outs to those of you who started on tank and support, because those are definitely the least popular roles, even though they're both super fun. So basically last season I climbed up to gold 2 twice, basically playing Captain America Storm and a handful of other characters, tanks and DPS included, but I wasn't really good at any support. I had tried a few out and I tried to learn them, and it just felt like I kept getting died and I didn't really know how to defend myself. And then after I D-ranked from gold 2 back to almost silver 2, I'm like, okay, I need to learn a support so that way I can flex off when I need to flex off and heal, and especially if we have like a bad healer. So then I started playing Rocket Raccoon, and I watched a guide on playing Rocket Raccoon, and basically you kind of want to play him as a heal bot. You want to play back, and you want to basically be spamming your heals and not use your gun too much. I'll do like a Rocket Raccoon guide if you guys want to see that here pretty soon, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. But what I want to talk about is how my perspective of the game drastically shifted when I started playing support. So when I started playing support, all of a sudden, I've become hyper-focused on positioning and my teammates. Because when you're playing healer, you really want to be in a position to heal your teammates, and you want to be in a position to where you're not easily dived. And that's why Rocket's my favorite support, because literally I have so many games with 0 deaths with Rocket. Occasionally I might get like 1 or 2 deaths from just like a random Hawkeye headshot or just a misplay on my part. But if you're playing Rocket well and just playing back and focus on healing your teammates, you ideally will never die, because he's got great mobility if he gets doved. His wall crawl is amazing. And what I discovered playing support and looking at my teammates is that when I was playing DPS and when I was playing tank, I would get too tunnel visioned on just the enemy team and not pay attention to my teammates as much. And I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, I play DPS, I play support, I see what my team's doing. But trust me, when you switch and start playing support and your only goal is to play support and heal your teammates, and now I'm not talking about going Mantis DPS mode, trying to clap cheeks, going cloak and dagger, going for kills. I'm talking about playing a support character, and that's why I like Rocket for this, because you can either shoot your gun or you can shoot heals out. And if you're shooting your gun, you're not healing, and if you're healing, you're not shooting your gun. So if you play someone like Rocket, you can play any support in theory and learn to get better at this. But I would recommend Rocket for trying to learn this playstyle and kind of getting a bird's eye view perspective of the game. Because when you play a support, you're playing back and you're always looking at your teammates. I want you to play a support and just go heal bot mode. Don't be worried about doing damage or making plays or trying to kill the enemy team. I want you to play a few games and just focus on where your team's at, what your team's doing, and trying to keep your teammates all at 100% all the time. You do that for a few games, it is game-changing how much better your tank and DPS characters will get, because it teaches you to be a lot more mindful of your positioning and where your teammates at. After learning support and like really learning and getting good with Rocket Raccoon, now when I hop on a DPS and tank, I am not only paying attention to I'm not tunnel visioning anymore. I'm not tunnel visioned on the enemy team. I'm actually playing in a way to where, yeah, I'm keeping tabs on the enemy team and seeing what they're doing, but I'm also frequently looking at my teammates. And also for DPS and tanks, there's a setting in the settings section to enable your teammates' health bar, so you can really see how well your teammates are doing. A lot of people have this disabled, so they don't know when their teammate's about to die or how their teammates are doing. It's enabled by default on healers, but for all other roles, you gotta turn that setting on in your settings so you can see what the health bars are in your teammates. And after doing that, now when I play tank and I play DPS, I am way more mindful of positioning and what my teammates are doing, because I got that habit by playing support. After playing support, going full heal bot, and just paying attention to where my teammates are at and who needs healings, those lessons really carry you over. Now you could technically, I guess, still play your tank or play your DPS and try and just be mindful and see what your team's doing, but that's not the optimal way to play that character. The reason why I'm suggesting support is because you play your support and your only goal is to save your team, keep heals on your teams, and watch your positioning the whole time. That's muscle memory, and that's game sense, and that's a reflex that will carry over whenever you go back to DPS and tank. So now whenever I go back to tank and DPS, I play so much better, because now I'm peeling for my healers, I'm paying attention to both teams, the enemy team, my team, and I cannot stress this enough. The only reason I got basically this skill was just by switching to Rocket Raccoon and just playing a few games where I'm just complete heal bot support mode. I'm not worried about clapping cheeks or getting kills. I'm worried about the enemy team's positioning. I don't want them getting too close to me, but I'm only worried about staying back and keeping all the other players on my team in my field of view and my camera, so that way I can keep them healed. So guys, if you have been struggling on DPS or tank, or if you haven't learned to support yet or practice the support role, I highly recommend hop in a few games on Quick Match, play someone like Rocket Raccoon, and just the whole goal for those games is just make sure you always play them back enough to where you can see your entire team and just focus on keeping them healed. You play like this a few games and you learn these skills, they will carry over next time you're playing tank and DPS, and you'll be much better at peeling, paying attention to your team, watching your teammates' HP bars, and ultimately you'll be able to grind and you'll be a better player at Marvel Rivals overall. So that's it for this video, guys. Really quick one today. Not much else to say there. I'll leave this replay on in the background for those of you guys who want to finish the game to the end. And that's it, guys. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.
There's still a chance to stop them.
I feel like myself again.
Another hit.
I'll patch you up.
I was worried.
Super soldier might burn.
I am strengthened for battle.
He stopped them in their tracks. There they are. That one hurts.
Tremble before mass!
This is real firepower.
Much better. For mutant,
More dangerous.
I am Groot! I am strengthened.
Stop them in their tracks.
I can eat for the day.
I was in trouble.
Super soldier, you're ready for action.
Us against the world.
It ain't cheap.
Only 60 seconds left. I was worried.
Rest now, my child. Your troubled days are over. I unleash the
Right there.
power. Heavy
I need
The
some
Punisher
help.
has upgraded his arsenal. I am strengthened.
Rest easy now. You've earned it.
Look out behind you.
I'm just dying.
Down to 30 seconds.
You're up against it.
Back
We just
child.
gotta hold on.
Yes.
The final 10 seconds. A nice deep breath hits the grand finale.
This is real firepower.
Simply magical. We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
What a pair we made. The force had found us.
I'm fucking helpful.
I am strengthened for battle.